That's our fruit cake. It's not a stodgy fruit cake, it's a light fruit cake. That is fantastic. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're making a fruit cake. Bit unusual on this channel, we don't make so many cakes, but you know, it's coming to that time of year and I love fruit cake and I like eating fruit cake with cheese. Now I don't know what you do where you are, but you know, a fruit cake is easy to make. Let's show you how to do it right now. Okay, we got some butter in there, look. We're going to go in there with our sugar. This is how easy this is. Now you can cream it all together with this, or you can just go straight in with your mixer and you can start creaming. And that is what we're going to do. Because it's all got to be creamed up, light and fluffy. Now we are going to have to come in here a couple of times and just give it a little scraping back into the middle. You know, we want to be creaming this up and we don't want to leave it on the side. Get it in there. Okay, we're going in there with our eggs. Give your eggs a bit of a beating. So we're going one at a time. Get that incorporated in there, nice and light if we can. In with another egg, in it goes. That'll do it, I reckon. Okay, in here we've got some flour. We're going in there with some baking powder and about half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to give that a mix. And then we're going to fold that into our mix. So I'm going to chuck it all in. I'm not one of these that just stirs in a little bit, does this, that and the other. Just get it in there. That's up to you guys. Now we want to turn this into a dropping consistency. It's got to be a little bit moist, so we're going to go in with just a tad of milk. And then we're just going to stir that through there. So that's still just a little bit thick. So we're going in with about 4 tablespoons of milk. So just work that back in there. And then we are going in there with our fruit. And we want to just do a little stir through. Now you can put any fruit in there if you want. You can put dates in, you could put cherries in, you could put anything in. This is just a box of mixed fruit that I picked up from the baking shop. So that is our fruit cake mix in there. Line tin. Okay, you can use a round tin if you want. I'm using a loaf tin. I'm going to make a loaf fruit cake. And simply for that is I just cut it into slices and eat it with cheese. So I've got a loaf tin. I've lined it. I've basically just put some paper in. That is it. And then it's a case of we put our mix straight in there. Okay, so we're in. Now, we just want to get it in the corners, make it a little bit flat. I'm not going to smooth it all over. I don't care about it being smoothed all over, you know, it's a fruit cake. And I love those cracks and things that appear on the top. So just try and work it in a little bit into the corners. And don't squash it. If you squash it, it's going to compress right down. We don't need to do that. It's a cake. So there we are, it's in our tin. Now, I don't know what you did as kids, but me and my brother were lucky enough to actually give the bowl a licking. We can tell exactly how sweet this is. And I know what you're going to say, oh, raw eggs. I've done it for years. There you go, job done. Now we're going to go in the oven. I don't know what oven you've got at home, but I'm using this one. And it's going to go in for about 160 degrees. So what we're going to do, we're going to fire it up and we're going to preheat the oven for about 2 minutes. Now obviously if you're using a conventional oven, preheat it for 5 minutes or more, 10 minutes before you put your cake in. And your cake will probably go in at about 180 degrees for a good hour, somewhere around there, about 50 minutes. Okay, I'm not going to go too bananas with preheating this. It's an air fryer oven, 160, it's had a couple of minutes. We're going to whack our cake in there. And we are going to set the time, it's 160 degrees. We're going to set the time for about 40 minutes. About 40 minutes tops. Then we're going to stick a skewer and see if it comes out clean. Now I think that this will probably have to cook between 45 and 50 minutes, but we'll see. We don't want to burn it. So it's on for cooking, 160 at 40 minutes. That's it. Okay, we've finished, that's on end hot. Now what we need to do is stick a skewer in there and just see if the skewer comes out cold. If it comes out cold. Stick a skewer in there, see if it comes out clean. It's not clean. So that's going to go back in there for possibly 10 minutes. So let's set it for 10 minutes. Now we are cooking it fairly low, so we're going to give it that another 10 minutes. It's going to cook away in there, and then we'll stick the skewer in again and see if it's clean. Okay, there we go, that's end hot, that'll do. Let's have that cake out of there. Oh, look at that. Oh, there we are, look at that. That is one fruit cake made in a tin. And it's as clear as a whistle. Right, all we've got to do now, we've got to let that cool 10 minutes in there. And then we're going to take it out and we're going to put it on our rack to cool. Then we can cut a slice and eat it with cheese. Right, what I will do, I have some apricot jam, and we are going to put some apricot jam over the top of this now as it's cooling. So we've got some apricot jam and it's going straight over the top. I'll let that soak in to the top of that fruit cake. It's going to keep it moist, it's going to give it that nice fruit flavour. It'll be delicious. So what we should do is let it rest 10 minutes before taking it out. Okay, we've got 10 minutes on here. Let's get this out of here. Hot on the bottom. Oh, look at that. We're going to leave that on the wrapping to cool down, and then we're going to cut a slice. There is our fruit cake. perfectly cooked bottom. Look at that. Shoom. Let's have a slice. So let's just take off that end there. We don't want that crumbly end. So there we are, look at that. We haven't waited for it to cool down actually. We should have done. But that's our fruit cake. It's not a stodgy fruit cake, it's a light fruit cake. That is fantastic. So all we got to do now is give it a break into. Oh, look at that. Crumbly, soft, perfect. That is delicious. The next one we make will be a solid condensed one. That is a fantastic light fruit cake. If you like what we're doing, don't forget smash that like and subscribe. Share with your friends. All that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video.